Hey, everyone. Dr. Eve here. It's a good afternoon live. Good time to do a live. My brain is always on thought. I always be thinking about something. That's a good thing. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I guess that's what we do in life, right? Hello, and welcome to my channel. I am Dr. Eve, your health and human service educator, and I do that in every area of my life, whether that's speaking or teaching or organizing, you name it, I do it. But I stick to my industry. So I'm here today. Thank you. Hello out there, whoever you are. Thank you for hopping on. Please share the video. I am talking today I'm talking to teams today. I'm really talking to teams today because I had an experience. I love telling stories. And I'm going to tell this story because I believe that stories help us to associate, get a greater relationship as to the process of association with what one is sharing and what suggestions, gaps, or recommendation one is offering. So I had the opportunity to attend a retreat, and I realized something. For the first time in 2 or 3 years, two years since COVID. People are meeting now. People are meeting on the ground and having retreats and meetings and group meetings. And there's some constants that are coming up in these spaces as well. And it concerns me. It concerns me because I believe that because mid-level management, those who are responsible, team leaders, those who are responsible for other people, like literally this team member is literally in charge of regions or in charge of cities or in charge of, counties or whatever that is. But these leaders are in charge of taking or organizing the people that they are assigned to. They're direct reports. And what I realized is that these leaders have needs too. And there were some clear takeaways for me, some very clear takeaways of how these individuals are, their needs aren't met the way that they need to be. And why do I say that? I say that because I, for one, am an educator on group processes, which is a process of taking care of people. It's a process of understanding what their needs are. It's a process of getting them from one place to another. It's a process of empathy and professionalism and characteristics that really build relationships with people outside of work. And we all know that pre-COVID, there were a lot of people, we were faced with a lot of things, and then COVID happened. Then a lot of death, when you talk about organizing, you're talking about work that literally gets to the heart of man. And there's but so much before you go, pop goes the weasel, right? When you are not offering spaces that provide that sense of wellness for individuals, or when I say well-being for individuals across all the full spectrum of life, then sometimes the work takes over. The work takes over the well-being of the individual. And we can't have that. That is why group is so important. Let me share with you, that's one situation. I realized this is why I do what I do. So as a state leader, national leader, global leader, I train social entrepreneurs. I literally provide point A to whatever, you getting innovated, you integrating financial wealth into your life, whether that's through entrepreneurship generally or social entrepreneurship for me, preferably, because we are entrepreneurs with a cause, right? Like literally, we do that hard work, that real hard work, that service work that gets to literally that emotional, psychological, mental, physical, financial, all of that together, but we're usually fighting some sort of cause. Like, for example, I am the executive director of National Coalition of Black Women Rising. A lot said right there. Coalition, Black Women Rising. Okay, so that's a whole message right by itself. But what I do as a leader is I also, for those who are my team members, who are a part of the internal and external infrastructure, is we have group. I teach group process in the process of building my team. So, and that's a good thing, y'all, because that means that when you're building capacity for your organization, you are taking those who desire to work with you, those who desire to be a part of your mission, vision, and values. You're taking them through a process. You're taking them through the process to see where they fit, where could their services best be used, because you don't want to put people in places that are not conducive to their strengths, right? And so there's a lot going on, but you have to also remember these are human beings. They're human beings who really want to do the work, but life is still happening. Life is still happening at the same time, which means that this ain't just about no business over here. This is about the well-being of humanity. These are individuals who are struggling with inequities of their own as they're fighting for equity for other people. And so when I say this, it's so vital that you integrate the process within your teams. That is what I do. I help teams to integrate innovative approaches to manifesting their wealth, which is their health, and their wealth and excellence, which means they're operating in excellence, knowing that they have a support system, that understands what it means to be support, right? I hear that word often used very loosely. Oh, I'll support you on that. Do you even know what that means? Teaching this in the human service industry has given me a special way to practice. I don't care what that is, whether it's in business, whether it's in community, whether it's in church, whether it's in education, whatever that is. Community group processes are important, but you have to be trained to do that. You have to know what that looks like. So what you don't want to do is bring harm. And that means that you have to train leaders on what is cultural competency? What does that mean? What does that look like? What does it look like outside of your culture? What does it look like inside of your culture? So it's a whole academic class that I literally am breaking down into a primer so that our members of our team can get the support that they need while learning to be the support to others. So I love what I do. If you are a team member or you own a business and you want to integrate group processes into your practice so that your community leaders have the competency skills to make sure that their folks are okay and that we are causing no harm, then I encourage you to please visit my website, visit the link here in this bio, and let's get you a discovery session, because I see it every day. I see it every day. I got tagged in a post today from a high level organizer who is doing amazing work. But the work that he does is heavy. It's heavy work. And I could tell from his post that he needs to unpack. He needs to unpack what he's feeling. He needs to unpack the emotions and the things that go into the process, especially when we get slapped on one side and then slapped on the other side. And then, you feel like this work is in vain. It's not. It's not in vain, which is why you have to implement processes that help your folk, right? But you also need to know what that process looks like. For those of you who want to get a discovery session with me, please reach out. I'm Dr. Eve. I'm your health and human service educator, and I specialize in online and offline group work, right? For the well-being of humanity. And I love what I do. And I too, because of the process, I participate in group because I need it too. And so I'll hand off to my facilitator, to a co-facilitator, and say, hey, can you take it this week? Because I need to be here. I need to be present. I need to share some things, what I'm feeling, and I don't need to facilitate this week. So you have to have the proper processes in place. And you have to have the proper training. Cultural competency is a big deal, y'all. And it's more than 15 minutes of training that you get from an employer. It's more than that. And so I love, again, if you feel like this is something that you would like to learn more about, then just go ahead and grab a discovery session. Again, this is designed for leaders who lead teams, leaders who lead people, leaders who organize people, businesses that hire people, businesses that have middle management. You too. It's for you. It's for you to learn more. Send your staff members, send, your middle management to learn more about what it means to be truly competent. This is something I teach is a 12-week course, but I'm breaking it down so that you get the nuts and the bolts of what it means to take care of folks. Again, my name is Dr. Eve, and I am out. Have yourself an amazing day, everyone. Peace and blessings.